Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. I know what you're going to say. What does this have to do with self-defense? Well, I think you got to think about things from a perspective of how you get your mind prepared for the unexpected. How do you get yourself nimble enough to be able to navigate situations when you're uncomfortable or happen quickly? The way that you get your mind to rewire and be ready for that is you travel. In this particular case, we spent our New Year's Eve on a plane on the middle of the Atlantic headed to Spain. And you can see right here, this was about midnight on New Year's 2025. You gotta, if you do a risk-benefit analysis, most people are not going to travel. They're going to say it's not worth the effort, it's not worth the cost. It's not worth the time. I don't have time. I don't have money. But at the end of the day, the benefit back to you in terms of giving you new perspective in order to rewire your brain and your thinking to see different ways in which you can do things. You're not going to be as narrow-minded. You're not going to be as rigid in your thought process. There's a lot of benefits to traveling and just getting out of your comfort zone. So let's talk a little bit more about this. And so if you haven't noticed already, Scaredy Cat is a little bit different than your typical less lethal YouTuber. I'm just not that person. Me and my wife, we're both medical professionals. She's a medical doctor. I'm a researcher, and we both have high level degrees, and we have lots of options in terms of what we do with our disposable income and our time. And we're very busy, but we choose to prioritize travel, and we've been doing every 6 months or so, we've been going somewhere, and a lot of times 3 months later she goes somewhere that I just don't have the time, I'm too busy, and she goes somewhere. So my wife is the driver of a lot of our travel experiences, and I benefit from that, and we get out and we try to learn and explore. And I just want to say, Scaredy Cat, who I am not a rah-rah, let's go, let's all unite, less lethal, let's support every single launcher, every single individual. I'm not positive like that. I tend to be more critical. I tend to be more, I see flaws here, I see flaws there, I see weaknesses here. I don't think this is a smart idea to focus on this or that. I tend to be more critical, and it's intended to be in a constructive manner. Scaredy Cat is not all about building a unity or consensus. I don't care what you think about me in general. I don't care if you criticize my opinions, because my opinions are just put out there to help stimulate thought. And I don't think that our goal should be that we all are as one. If we are, then I think, again, that's cult-like behavior. We're all just in this echo chamber, and we're all bouncing around the same ideas. We're not learning anything. So I come from a different perspective. I get out of the country, I go explore. Here we spent a lot of time south of Spain, traveling to many cities, and gives you a chance to think about. Spain is one of those countries where they have some of the strictest gun laws in the world. And it gave me a chance to sort of take a look at a country like Spain and think about how do they protect themselves. One of the things I really noticed right away in Spain was the abundance of stores that were selling knives, and not just small knives, but big knives. It's a cultural thing there. So knives, and also I hear pepper spray, those are pretty ubiquitous in Spain, but there are no guns, strictly regulated. They're not even available for recreation. And so Spain, I find, and the reason why we go to Europe more often is because it's generally safer. Since the pandemic, we changed our philosophy on travel with the idea that going to Europe is safer and in some cases more affordable than the United States. And so that's what we've been doing, and we've had great luck so far, traveling to different cities in Europe, Northern Europe, now hitting parts of Southern Europe, and we find that people are pretty down to earth. It's definitely a different level of chatter when you get out of the United States. You get people who are nicer, friendlier, calmer, and more helpful, and there's really a attitude there that is actually refreshing. There's a difference, like in the United States, between New York City and somewhere down in the deep south. That's the kind of culture difference you get when you go from the United States to Europe and Spain. It was just such a refreshing place to get different perspectives. Here they were making knives and swords and doing it the old-fashioned way. Now, my philosophy is that just getting out and traveling is a better investment of your time and your resources than just stockpiling launchers. The amount of positive reinforcement that it has in terms of your thinking and planning is far more beneficial than just accumulating stuff. I know that there's such an attraction for everyone in the field to get the latest launcher, and you've got guys who get on YouTube and with great excitement they got to talk about, oh, I've got the greatest new product, it's coming out, you've got to see this, folks, it's unbelievable new ammo, or it's unbelievable new this or that, and everybody's so excited they got to have it. I don't do that. I don't think there's anything that's out there that's so exciting that I'm going to just jump out of my seat at. I'm much more calm and rational about version 1 of any launcher. I always expect that there will be problems. So if you take home anything from this video, I want you to realize that Scaredy Cat TV is not about chasing after likes. It's not about showing off another launcher or being the first to do this or that with a launcher for street cred. To me, that's all small, trivial stuff. I have the ability. I could purchase each launcher that comes out. I could go and collect all of them and compare them and do all of this. And there are other folks that do that. So why replicate what other people are doing? I know that there are folks who will do this, and another person will do the exact same thing, and another person will do the exact same thing, and they'll compare and contrast. To me, that gets boring very quickly. Once I've seen one person do something with a launcher and I've seen it's out, I can read about it. I don't think I need to see another person and another person and another person do the exact same thing over and over again. Some people might want to see those things over and over and see if there's reproducibility. That's great. Knock yourself out with that kind of stuff. I'm more interested in when I see something from a critical standpoint. I'm used to peer reviewing things and comparing and contrasting. When something stands out and it looks really interesting, I want to see how it holds up over time. And then and only then am I really interested in that product as something that will be used for myself. So in Europe, we feel quite safe in times and places where we would never feel comfortable in the United States. This was early in the morning. You can see this street. It's a quiet, dark street. There's a person coming up through there. That person is just walking by themselves, and we had to go out and do that to catch a shared ride to go to see another tourist attraction. And so we never felt uncomfortable in Spain getting out and about. Scaredy Cat is all about being careful and being a scaredy cat. That's what the basis of this channel is about. So you're always going to get from me the worst case scenarios. You're going to hear the worst point of view of a particular product, or a ability to carry or to not carry, or a rifled build, or a pistol, or size and shape and color. And I'm going to give you the negative perspective, because I think that you're getting more than enough people out there who have a vested interest in less lethal, trying to make dollars by selling you on, this is the greatest stuff since sliced bread, oh, I love it, and all of this and that. And I that kind of things, to a certain point, turns my stomach, because I realize that there's a lot of artificial excitement out there. I'm not about anything artificial. I'm just giving you the straight points of view. I'm giving you information. I don't care if you want to ignore it, that's fine. I don't have a vested interest. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I don't make money from any of this. I'm just about trying to give back to the community. I have benefited from incorporating less lethal self-defense options into my lifestyle. I feel comfortable with that. I try to share my points of view. And I bet, in addition to my points of view, I don't think anyone offers you the scenery and the views that I'm showing you as I travel the world. This is a place that felt a little bit more like Florida to us. Beautiful beach town, Malaga, really nice place. Let's go up on a rooftop bar and let's take a look. So I think I've just about said everything that I want to say in this one. I just wanted to let you know why Scaredy Cat is different, why he likes to get out and travel and see places, and why that's a benefit to you if you incorporate that into your lifestyle, and what you can learn and you can explore, and you can make the most of yourself and your future and your self-defense. So last stop before I go, if you see in the distance, there's a chapel. We walked over there in the evening at the sunset. We left the Alhambra, went over there, and then looked back at the Alhambra in Granada, Spain. Absolutely beautiful sight. As you can see here at the sunset, you can see the snow-capped peaks. The Alhambra is absolutely beautiful at night. People like to gather over on that hill and look, and it was absolutely a spectacular sunset. I'm going to leave it with that. Everybody be safe, take care, get out and travel if you can. We'll see you next time.